everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Fitness Education Series produced by the Australian Fitness Academy. It's like progressive overload for your brain. I'm your host, Tom Rock, and today's episode I'm going to talk about primer sessions. I know I've talked about this cardio-based podcast in terms of HIIT versus long slow distance, and it's definitely coming. This week just got cut a little bit short via the public holiday in Victoria tomorrow, so changing it up. But again, that one is coming. If you're getting keen for that one, definitely send through an email with any questions or anything you want me to talk about, or something you might find interesting, because it's definitely still on the cards and it will happen soon. But today I thought I'd talk about primer sessions, and it's more of a sort of an athlete performance method, I guess, to improve performance. But the topic came up in discussion in the office here. We were talking about preparation because the grand final's on Saturday, AFL grand final, and just a conversation came up about how the athletes will be preparing this week, what they were doing, and how their training would look. Basically, coming into a grand final, what would that sort of week look like in terms of training? And while it's related to the grand final, it can relate to any sporting performance, whether it's a one-off event, whether it's week to week. How do we prepare for game days? It could be elite level, it can be sub-elite level too. All these recreational athletes out there that play on weekends, whether it's AFL, could be soccer, netball, anything, tennis, whatever it is. Primer sessions can be used, or potentially be used, to improve performance on game day. Or if it's not a game, it's an event, whether it's an athletics event, some sort of competition, whatever it is, primer sessions can be used to improve performance. So a primer session is basically a session that's done generally one day before the game, or 1 to 2 days before the game. And it's generally a short session, very short session with low volume, and it's based around explosive exercises. And the idea is that a primer session helps, it basically upregulates your nervous system and improves your power output on the next day, or whenever you've got that performance, game day performance coming up. So, and it's been researched a fair bit previously, and there's what we call post-activation potentiation, which is PAP for short, and that's all about, I guess, upregulating the nervous system. It's sort of a similar phenomenon to that. One study I'll sort of talk about was by I'll get this name right, Athanasios Tsoukas in 2018, and I'll put the link in the description to the article that you can check out. I don't know if it's free, but you'll be able to read the abstract anyway. And the article is called Delayed Effects of Low Volume Power Type Resistance Exercise on Explosive Performance. So what they sort of did, they looked at these, well, they were trained athletes that they did this study on, and they basically looked at the athletes' counter movement jump, rate of force development. They looked at max force, or max isometric force, and they looked at RSI, which is the relative reactive strength index, which basically measures the athlete's ability to, I guess, change from eccentric to concentric muscle contraction. So it's the ability to sort of absorb and explode through force. So it's basically your ability to utilize the stretch shortening cycle and maximize the efficiency in that. And generally, you would measure RSI by using like a drop jump, for example, and you sort of look at their ground contact versus jump height in a bit of an equation. But they measured these things. So what they did, they had a baseline. They did all the baseline tests to get the athletes what their counter movement jump was, what's their max isometric force, all these sort of measures. And they did a couple of weeks, but they did a control week where they did nothing and then tested their results. And then another week they did a sort of a primer session, or an idea of what a primer session would be, which all it is, very simple session. They just did 5 sets of 4 jump squats at 40% of their 1RM. So relatively light, but looking at explosiveness. And they had 3 minutes rest between each set. So all they did was 4 sort of explosive reps and then rested 3 minutes. So very short session. Will probably take probably 15 minutes of work, and you might have a little bit of time for a warm. So it's only sort of 15 to 20 minute session, and you're just doing 5 sets of 4 jump squats with 40% of their 1RM. So a very focus on, I guess, quality and explosive movements, and sort of low volume, so you don't sort of fatigue too much. Then what they did, they tested the athletes 24 and 48 hours later, but 24 hours later, the athletes showed improved counter movement jump, improved reactive strength index, and improved rate of force development. So they were all increased 48 hours later. Counter movement jump was also increased 24 hours later, sorry. Counter movement jump was also increased 48 hours later, but the other two weren't statistically significant at 48 hours, but they were at 24 hours. So what that sort of shows, what they sort of discussed and concluded is that that like a low volume power type training session results in delayed enhancement of explosive muscle performance. And this has been utilized and is utilized in elite sport, probably more in sub-elite sport now, and lots of programming in terms of improving performance. If I can see an improvement in my explosiveness and my power, if I'm doing any sort of sprinting or jumping activities in my sport, this is potentially a little session I can do. If my game is on a Saturday, on a Friday, I can get into the gym and do a quick little 15 to 20 minute power-based session, minimal fatigue, and it's going to upregulate my nervous system and help me, I guess, perform to your maximum on game day. Again, there's lots of different caveats to this, how you structure it, does it work week to week, all that sort of thing, and making sure an athlete is not going too hard in these sessions. They're leaving plenty in the tank. It's very short. It's not always practical for everyone, and that's absolutely fine. And I guess the percentage of increase is going to depend on the sport. If it's relevant, it does a 1% 1 or 2% increase actually make a difference over a sort of a full game of AFL or sport, whatever it is. Eventually you'll fatigue and you sort of lose that. But again, it can make the athlete feel better, feel like they're performing well, which is going to improve their performance as well. So there is lots of positives to performing a primer session. So if you haven't done them before, haven't looked at them, haven't heard of them, definitely jump on Google, have a look at primer sessions. You can look up some articles that will connect to this one that I'll link, but looking up post-activation potentiation potentially, but there's lots of stuff out there and they can be utilized. So it's just important to factor in how much you're doing in them and what the point is. And generally, if you're looking for lower body power, you do lower body exercise. So you want to relate the exercises to the movements that you're going to sort of look to improve in that sport. But can be a useful tool, and probably something potentially when you're looking at preparing, say, for the grand final coming this Saturday, the athletes they'll want to come in fresh. There's not a lot they're going to be able to do on the training track that's going to, whether it's going to improve their performance. It's not the start of the season or the preseason, so they're not looking to build strength or build muscle mass. Their fitness is where it's at, and it's not going to change in a 7-day time frame, depending on when their last match was. So really the week is going to be about learning probably the opposition. They might do a few light training drills to practice any sort of skills. They want to do a lot of skill-based sessions, not a lot of heavy Ks, because they want to come in fresh, and really they're not trying to maintain their fitness much longer, so they know they're not going to get a lot out of doing extra Ks in terms of that, because after this week they're probably going to have a break and then look to build in the next preseason. So their season is going to be relatively light, probably some skill sessions built around recovery, preparing for probably their opponents and the game style they're going to play. And in terms of gym, really it might be a couple of sort of strength maintenance sessions, maybe one session early in the week, and then maybe just a little primer session on the day 48 or 24 hours before the game, which is just focus on some really low volume explosive work to get them ready, get their muscles ready to go, so they can perform on the day. So it's a relatively light week in terms of gym and probably training on-field kilometers basically. So training load will be very, very low. But again, recovery is important. There's going to be a lot of sort of high stress, probably mental fatigue going into a big game like this. So trying to maintain, I guess, your relaxation and your rest and things like that is important. So you don't sort of come in overstimulated to the match and mentally fatigued just from the big week of preparation and anxiousness sometimes. So athletes will learn how to manage themselves, but sometimes a little primer session is good. It can sort of help if you implement it throughout the season as well. It can help sort of that consistency leading into matches, which can also improve performance a little bit as well, get them ready, and that sort of sets them up. They have that sort of structured intro into the games, and that structured preparation can help them perform week to week, as it's sort of a bit of a routine for them. Anyway, guys, hope it gives you a bit of information on primer sessions, what they are, how they can be used. Definitely a cool topic that you can look to delve into if you're working with any athletes, recreational athletes, or even if your own sporting needs. Primer sessions are potentially something to build into your programs if you're looking to, maximize performance, but maybe get that extra bit of a gym that's going to help you perform, but not fatigue you, and impact your performance. It's going to improve your performance. But yeah, if you've got any questions on that, any other thoughts on any topics you want me to discuss, guys, please send an email to tom@afa.com.au. I'm happy to cover any topics you guys would like to hear about. Other than that, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all soon.